Hey guys, Augiesaint here and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I just want to talk to you guys about echoes in a Wuthering Waves just to get you guys a little bit more acquainted on how the system works. Give you a quick little breakdown. It's not going to be too in-depth, just an explanation so you guys know what echoes you can actually go out and obtain yourselves, and you can make builds around that on your own without having to look up a build for every single character. So I do have this very helpful website. I'm going to link it in the description for you guys. It is the pridewin.gg. They've got a lot of information on Wuthering Waves. Yes, if you want to go through and check it out, it's really good information there. So let's hop in and show you guys what echoes look like. Now this is what my echo looks like. Don't worry about the stats. We're still trying to reroll and get better stats and stuff like that. But echoes, you have multiple different versions. You have the one cost echoes. These are common enemies found all around the map. Now how you obtain echoes, you literally just run around the map and kill everything, and then they have a chance to drop an echo, and then when you claim that echo, the rank of your databank determines like the chance at what you will get for the rarity of it. So if it's green, purple, blue, or legendary, these yellow versions, depends on your databank, and then obviously your luck, because it's never guaranteed to get the highest rarity, but we'll talk about that in a second. So overview echoes, we got the 1 cost, we got the 3 costs, we got the 4 costs. The 4 costs are actually the easiest to farm, as these are all like elite bosses. And you could just go to where they are, respawn. They respawn in a minute. So you kill them, 1 minute later you can kill them again. So these are by far the easiest echoes to farm over and over and over, because there's literally no cap on how you can get them. You can sit there and farm them all day. The 3 cost echoes, they're a little bit harder because these are like the elites of like a pack of mobs out in the world. So like these bears, you guys have seen these around the map a lot. And then these flowers, the big flower guy, the lizard guy, it's like the elite version. In the middle, usually it's like a pack of like 3 enemies. It will be like this guy, and it'll be his small little companions, the 1 costs, these guys. So the 1 costs, obviously they're common. There's a lot more of them. The 3 costs, these are elites all spread around the map. And the thing with these is once you kill them in your world, they are gone for the day. So you can go and clear out your whole world of echoes, and then the reset will happen tomorrow when it resets, I think 5 AM pretty much every morning. Whenever the daily reset is for you, your world will repopulate with echoes. So you can go out, farm echoes, and then if you don't get these, well, unlucky, you got to try again tomorrow. But the 4 costs, you can just indefinitely farm since they are bosses. You can just sit there. And a good way to farm these bosses, actually jump between them. You could put down these little waypoint markers later on, which you unlock through the story, I believe. And then you can just teleport between bosses. So you can have, I think there's 5 of them, maybe you can get more. But you get 5 waypoint markers, and you can put them down. You literally just jump between bosses and farm the ones you need. Also, do just be aware of the pity system. I think with the bosses, every second time is a guaranteed echo drop. There is a little hidden pity system with the echoes. So that is the echoes overview. Also, with these echoes, let's talk about the sets now. So there is, you see there's multiple echoes, and some echoes have multiple different sets. Where's a good example? I think mainly for 3 costs, like this one, for example, the bear. This is part of the Moonlit Cloud set, but also it is also part of the Lingering Tune set. Now how these set bonuses work, on the right you can see Sonata Effect, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 5. So if you have 5 of them equipped of the same set, you will get the 5 set bonus. If you have 2 of them equipped, you will have the 2 set bonus. Now one thing with this is you cannot equip 5 of the same one to get a set. So say now you just wanted to equip 5 of these to get the same set or something like that. You cannot actually do that. You have to have different ones in the same set to actually proc the bonus. So do keep that in mind. So if you have a look, for example, at this 3 cost, it can drop with this light set, and then if it can also drop with a frost set, it can drop, actually no, it can drop with the rejuvenating and the light set. So there's multiple sets that it can drop for. So just keep that in mind when you are actually farming these. And then you go and build your set. So whatever character it is you may be using, for my example, this is Gian. He uses the arrow set. So when you are going through and checking which echoes you want to roll and you have, make sure you put it on the correct set. And then let's get into tuning. So tuning now, all echoes come with 2 main stats. The bottom line is always the same. So they always come with the 2 main stats. Now the top one is random, and this can roll between a bunch of stats, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But the bottom line of the main stat is always the same across 1, 2, and 4 cost, 1, 3, and 4 cost echoes. Sorry, so HP is on the 1 cost echoes. That is just permanent, the HP on the bottom line. And then the top line can roll a bunch of different things. We'll show you in a minute. The 3 cost is always attack on the bottom line, and the 4 cost is also always attack on the bottom line. So you can get whatever you want there. For obviously really good for DPS is to try and get crit rate and crit damage. Very important in the game. So let me show you now actually what stats they can roll. So this is the main stats of the common 1 costs. These are what they can roll on that top line. This is like the difference in the, if it's a good roll, a low roll, or a high roll. So rank 5 is what you're going to eventually start farming. So this can roll between 33.6 to 18%. So quite a difference over there. Those are 1 costs. Then the Elite 3 costs. You see the Elite 3 costs can all roll different damage types. Pretty much the same as the common cost, except they add on the damage types as well as energy regen. This is on the main stat. And then the Overlord Calamity bosses, which you can farm over and over. That's all the same as the common 1 cost, but then it adds crit damage, crit rate, and healing bonus. And then the substats, these can roll on any echo. So when you start leveling up your echoes and you tune them and unlocking substats, it can be any of these. So the substats is really hard to get what you're looking for, but what can happen is, so this has crit rate, it can roll another crit rate on the substat, but once I get a crit rate on the substats, I cannot roll a second, well, technically a third crit rate at this point. So you can roll the same stats as the top there, the main stat, but you cannot roll dupes of the substats. Just keep that in mind. So you can't like just get super lucky and roll like 5 crit rate stats. You can either go crit rate, crit damage on one of these, but you just can't get more than one of the same stat in the substats. So that's just a lot of stuff there important to know about all the rolls and stuff. So you now, if you know the rolls, so you know the main rolls at the top, it's always one that's the same, just the top line can be different. Then you can kind of go out there and see what echoes you need to farm. Also determined by the set of the character you're trying to build. These are the substats. I will leave this link down below in the description so you guys can reference this website if you have any. If you want to look up any other stuff, this website is great, pridewind.gg. They've got a lot of information over here on Wuthering Waves. So that's pretty much covering all the stats and things and how the echoes work. All right, so let me show you guys now how getting these substats is actually going to work. So this one over here is a 1 cost. It's always going to roll HP, and then attack is the best thing you can get on the top line. So let's go ahead and level this up. Now, you don't want to make the mistake of clicking auto select and leveling this up straight to 25 right away, because these are all completely random every single time you click them. So you want to level this up 1 or 5 levels at a time, depending on what you get. Usually, for the more common and the elites, I give it 1 bad stat. I'm okay with 1 bad stat on the first roll, but the second roll, it's another stat I don't want. That's it. I'm done with it. But with the elites, if the top line, so the boss echoes the 4 cost, if the top line, when I unlock it, rolls bad, I throw it away immediately, just because you can infinitely farm the bosses, so you're wasting materials if you go further than that. So in saying that, let's upgrade this one. Remember, only 5 levels, and also you can use your old ones that you have leveled up. As you can see, you don't get all of the XP back because this one goes to, it is a level 25 echo. I only get to level 22. I believe it's about 70% of the XP you get back from fusing an old echo. And then the tuning materials, which I'll show you guys in a second, you get about 25% of that back, something like that. It's a conversion, so you do lose out, but at least you do get something back, I guess. So let's go ahead and level him up to level 5. As you can see there, the sub attributes that has unlocked. Now we click this, and then these are the tuning materials. You see I don't even have that many. That's only 23 attempts if you think about it. So boom, let's go. Energy regen, usable. I can go with this. Energy regen is actually really good for me. So what I want to get on this, since what we can get on this would only be the substats, let's have a look at what we can get for substats. So scroll down, substats, HP, attack, defense, HP, attack, defense, crit rate. We can get crit rate, we can get crit damage, we can get energy regen. All 3 of these is really good for my Gion build. Then heavy attack is also good. I believe resonance liberation is okay. That's not the best, but mainly I'm going for crit damage, crit rate, and then heavy attack on him. So we got energy regen. It's salvageable. Remember, this is a 1 cost, so these are, you need to go out and farm them. But let's do it for the video. We'll go 1 more rank. Let's go 1 more. And these, you can just use them until they fill it up. Okay, see there? So 1 more. Please, crit rate right now for the video. Give me crit rate. I never get crit rate. Attack. Okay, this is not terrible. We can still keep going with that. But anyway, I'm not going to go too much into this now. I just want to explain to you guys how the system works. So that is basically how it works, how the echoes work, and then how you obtain them. I showed you guys. Just go out into the world. You want to make sure that you try and get your data bank up. So let me show you guys data bank. You want to try and get this up to level 15 as fast as you can if you're a newer player. This is, however, locked behind reaching Union level 30, which is pretty obtainable. Shouldn't take you more than 3 or 4 days once you start playing. If you actually do the main quest and the side quests and explore a little bit and get everything done, you should be able to get to Union 30 pretty easily. I mean, you're going to get there eventually, and this is what you're going to eventually aim for, to get your data bank to 15 as fast as you can. The easiest way to level up your data bank is to come to your data bank and you see the Echo collection gallery over here. How you get XP is determined on like how high up you are. So obviously you want to go around and collect all the echoes you can. But I'm getting XP, I've got maxed out XP for this. So obviously when you guys start out, you'll get like green ones and blue ones. And then 3-star is a purple, and 4-star obviously is a legendary. Just come to this and you see, for example, for me to cap out my data bank, level it up, I need to come and find this one, a better up version, as I don't have the next one I can. So you come to that, hit track, detect, and it's going to show you the nearest one to you. And then once you actually go ahead there and kill those out and catch them and clear them out, whatever, it's going to automatically show you where the next nearest one is to you. So it's really easy to go ahead and fill out your data bank. So just get your data bank filled up, and then I would suggest this is where you can actually fuse 5 echoes into a random echo. I would suggest not doing this until you have your data bank at level 15, because then once you do have it at 15, you start fusing all your greens, blues, and purple echoes, you can get legendary echoes. So basically once I hit 15 for the first time after collecting all the echoes I had, I would come to the fusion, fuse them all together, and you'll get a bunch of legendaries. I mean, obviously it's not guaranteed because it is still a percent. What's it? It's a 60%. I think it's 50, 30, 70 over there. Once you're at 15, it's 30, 70. I believe I have at 18. Yeah, I have 50, 50 at 18. And then to get 19 and 20, I need to get a higher union rank. But at 15, it's a 30, 70 split. And then it goes up again at 17. So it's not guaranteed, but I did get a good amount once I came and fused them like this all together. I would suggest anything under legendary you can fuse together. So any greens, blues, purples, you're not going to use them later on. So definitely go ahead and fuse those up. But that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys understand echoes now a little bit better. If you have any questions, ask them down below in the comments. I would love to answer them as much as I can. And also come join the Discord. We're trying to build that up. We're going to be playing a lot of Wuthering Waves soon, and then moving on to some other games in the future. But we like to cover everything on the channel. So if you guys liked it, drop me a like and a sub. It helps me out so much. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying.